It'll be one of the most spectacular royal events in history, but it comes with a cost. The price tag for the King's coronation estimated at more than $188 million. The Brits aren't too happy. A recent poll showing more than half think it shouldn't be funded by taxpayers. Network Finance editor Gemma Acton joins me for more on this. Gemma, in the middle of a cost of living crisis, you know, it's particularly biting hard in the UK. A 3-day celebration, it might be a bit much for some.
Yes, on the one hand, King Charles has been waiting 70 years for this, so perhaps he deserves quite a big party. But on the other hand, there have been a whole host of royal events in just the last year and a half. We had the Platinum Jubilee, we had the 10-day mourning for the Queen, we had the funeral, we now have the coronation, 2 public holidays, which cost the economy as well. So you could imagine, with all the pomp and pageantry they come with, that it getting a bit much for some people, particularly when, as you say, the cost of living crisis is just so acute in the UK. Inflation generally is still at 10%, if you compare that to 7% here, and we're feeling this hard enough here. But food inflation and energy inflation, so really the real essentials of living, are up far more than general inflation. Food banks there are saying that they've never had so many visitors, and it's not people who might have lost their job recently and fallen on hard times for a temporary period. They're saying people who have full-time jobs are still coming because they can't afford to feed their family and keep the heating on, for example. So things are definitely difficult there. Wages are going nowhere. It's the biggest fall in, well, one of the biggest falls in real wages on record. So you can see it could leave a nasty taste in the mouth of some people.
There are some economic perks, though, aren't there?
Absolutely. Yes, so the coronation itself, of course, will generate tourism. It'll generate renewed interest in British products, people looking more at television shows, buying British food. And as a brand, the royal family is one of the most powerful in the entire world, powerful and valuable. Anything bestowed with the title royal, such as the Royal Opera House, the Royal Ascot Races, gets instant prestige, and again that helps tourism. So there's certainly an ongoing, very significant benefit that the royal family delivers from a financial point of view to the economy. But it is important to remember as well, as I just mentioned, there's another public holiday here, so that'll cost. The royal family is very cagey about exactly how much the royal family generates for the economy and also takes from it, but the PR for the royal family did point to some media reports that suggested that this could generate around, well, at least £1 billion for them.
So one thing that the royal family has tried to do to, I guess, bring it in, you know, bring the people in, is introduce this recipe. It's the dish of the event, the coronation quiche, yes, according to the website. So this has mostly simple ingredients: milk, eggs, cream, cheddar cheese. Yeah. But even if Brits are buying the ingredients, very simple ingredients to make this, it's going to cost them more. Yeah,
they were more simple a year ago, let me tell you that. As I mentioned, food inflation's been rampant in the UK recently. And if you take that recipe and figure out what you actually need from it, before even getting into the cost of vegetables, which have gone up a lot as well in the UK, and there are some vegetables that are included in this recipe. But the price of eggs up 32%, cheddar cheese up 42%, cream up 15%. So really hefty. If anybody here in Australia wants to download the recipe and have a go themselves here, it's also pretty pricey. Here, dairy products are up 15%. So certainly it's not as cheap an exercise as it might have been a year ago.
Yeah, the humble quiche, not so humble. Okay.